Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. My name is Rabenschild. We are back in my small little world here. The last time we talked to each other about Space Engineers was my little rant. And I worked a bit more on that all and couldn't really figure out how it works out. The only thing I can tell you is go down with your view distance. Mine is set to 5 kilometers right now for low-end machines, and that at least gives me the opportunity to not have the GPU completely always in 99% load. I also set it to medium. I didn't raise the anisotropic filtering and the anti-aliasing too much, and and VSync. VSync just a bit too. We saw that the last time. We will have to wait what Keen is doing there. But today we want to continue work on our little ship here to fly to the planet in the near future. I couldn't work on it too much. I had all these problems and I was really frustrated with space engineers there. So one thing we will need will be the hydrogen for the hydrogen thrusters we want to add to this thing. And we also need to take a look how much hydrogen we have. We will make a fire test, definitely. Oh, now I need to sneeze. Nah, maybe, I don't know. It's not working out. I don't have a... This is always the worst when you can't sneeze. You have to sneeze, but you can't. Good, let me go into the production. And we will order some stuff. We will need some... Come on. We will need some tanks, hydrogen tanks for now, and we will also add some other things. Okay, hydrogen tank small. Is there a bigger one? Maybe we will take a look at the other ones too. This is an oxygen tank, oxygen generator. I didn't want to put too much of modded stuff on there, but maybe it is better to have a modded part on there with a lot of storage than have a non-modded part where we might have to add, don't know, 10 of these to have enough power. Good. Okay, we will have to add... we have a cockpit on there, so that works out. Good. I still hope that my rant does something. A lot of people saw it. I'm really surprised. A lot of people saw it and took a look at that, and some people really tried to help. That's a really nice thing. Because again, I can't do everything on my own, and some people had cool ideas about don't know what we will have to do to fix that all. And had some cool little ideas and said maybe you could try this and maybe try that, and we also could take a look at azimuth flat hydrogen thrusters. Ooh, maybe I can take a look at these later too. So what will we need for the tanks? Steel plates. Also, steel plates. Is it the same amount? Could be the same amount. Then maybe the AZ hydrogen tanks don't do too much for us. Tiny hydrogen tank. That is not what I want. Tank. These, no. Hydrogen tank small. Not available for station, I knew. Let me get the steel plates and we will get the rest of that later. I think I will add them just to here. So the... Oh, the small tank is not so small. Ooh, okay. The size of this thing really jumped up right now. I had it envisioned a bit to be a bit smaller. This might be a better thing. Let us take a look how much storage they have. This one is at least, looks at least a bit better. And has these crazy sizes here. Oh man. Okay, we need this all. And then large steel tubes. More of them. Come on, give me all. No, why? Why can't I take more? Just... we will have to fly back and forth multiple times now. Maybe I should put away all the other stuff I have in here, or maybe get some of these and already install them so we don't have to run too crazy often. I made the mistake to order more tanks than I should have added. Large steel tubes. I will need all of the large steel tubes. Can I use the assembler to store stuff? I can, so I can just put all this away and then grab more of these large steel tubes. That should work out. Now we only need computers then. This is done. Oh, there are size differences. So the azimuth hydrogen tank could be not big enough for our ventures here. We will have to see. Ah, they look good. That's a nice thing. Do they automatically fill? They should. Do they fill? No, they don't fill. Why do they not fill with hydrogen? One thing I really miss is that it tells me kind of how much that is. I cannot really say hydrogen 40,000 and the other one is cockpit also 40,000. But the problem is, I think it's not the amount, it's the amount of bottles I could put in there and not the amount of hydrogen that goes in there. That's a bit, it's not too good. This is all active. Why? Me dump. Messed that up here. Too bad. Too bad. Let me grind this away. And hopefully I can just store that in here, and then I will just take the other one and place it immediately again. That should work out. Okay, so place that again. Does it fill? It should fill. It fills 7%. 7%, and now we have to jump back and forth to see. Wow. Is it already taking from the gen? No. This one is full, so it is breaking down the ice in the oxygen generator. See, this one is full. There's no indication of how much is that. So we have to make a thruster test, and we don't know. The worst part is we don't know how many thrusters we will need. This is a real guessing game at the moment. This is a real guessing game to touchdown. Okay, this should be full by now. Okay. Let me get some. Let me get just some wrong button. Some hydrogen thrusters, and then we will use. The one is a small tank, so we will take one of these. Definitely, I would say bigger thrusters. Oh, that's maybe a bit too crazy, or we will go with the small thrusters for now. I want to have the burn time of a few thrusters, maybe, don't know, 6 or 8. Let us also take a way to distribute the stuff, and that is only done via conveyor, a small one. These should be ports where we can connect the conveyors. Small conveyor is, what do we need for that? We need interior plates. Let me grab that and then order. Now we can't order them. We are relatively full here. We will have to grab more stuff out of that, and then. So we will go with, don't know, 6 thrusters. Just 6 small thrusters for now. Just to see how long, how fast they burn up the hydrogen here. This is very unscientifically, I would say. Good, let us get all that stuff. 2 small steel tubes, I don't know, I will just... motors, I think I will need, or yes. Then let's order a few motors. Production. By the way, I upped the production time for the assemblers and the refineries. I don't want to spend hours in game, but I'm constantly doing a side, constantly looking at my second monitor, not only to see how much time I've used up, but also I've the hardware monitor running, and I'm always taking a look at how bad is it with the GPU load. At the moment it's okay. At the moment I'm okay with that, what it is showing me. So the temperature of the card is 67 degrees Celsius. That's not, at least not the 70 or 72 degrees that it had when it completely ran in on full. Other people reached much higher temperatures. And it seems to be a weird thing with NVIDIA cards, because AMD's doesn't seem to have problems with that. I don't know why that's the case. I just asked around, and the person with Pampered Duchess was the first one to say that, but said that The AMDs don't seem to have the same problem. Okay, I need construction components, steel plates, metal grids, and big steel tubes. That's good. I can use them up here. And metal grid. Oh. At least I need more metal grid. Come on, now I can stow away the large steel tubes. This is just for the test at the moment. The thrusters will be directed to the bottom here. So this will be the bottom of the ship. The cockpit will be somewhere there. Again, I'm doing this here to see how long do the hydrogen thrusters last with one tank. Just to, don't know, make assumptions of how much hydrogen I really need. More metal grids. Isn't grids? Grids is something to eat, or isn't that the case? You will have to tell me. Construction components, good. Landing this ship later will be, again, it will be an adventure, because I can't really say how long I can fly with this thing and how good it is at braking. I'm thinking about doing another test on the moon, just to see where is the kind of the threshold of the hydrogen thrusters, to see how many thrusters do I need to take off with the ship, and then how much. It's hard to do. It's hard to do because I would have to add more hydrogen packages later. What I could do, and I'm not sure if I should do that, is have... No, it doesn't work. It's... that's so crazy. What I could do is add tanks on the outside that I use up while braking the ship, while slowing down the ship in the atmosphere of the planet, and then when they are empty, drop them. So the ship gets lighter in the atmosphere. The planning is too crazy. So make a reverse rocket, kind of. So a rocket that uses the tanks to brake, and then I could get rid of the weight of the extra tanks and then brake it completely. But it's complicated. I will have to go with extra thrusters, with extra iron, and maybe also extra atmospheric thrusters. Not sure here if that all works. We will have to see. Okay, what I need to do now is I need to get in exterior view. We don't see a lot at the moment, but I hope that is okay for you. We need to disconnect the connector and toggle this off. So now we only see our hydrogen. We have 100% of it, and we just speed up full throttle and see how long it takes to empty the tank. At the moment, I think the rate is good. I don't know the actual time. Okay, now we are out. For a braking thrust, that should be good. But I really don't know how fast that thing would go and how hard these thrusters hit. Let me do something. We will put the connector here and have it toggle. So we can refill that thing. I don't see any tanks here. That would be neat to have a fuel gauge or something like that. That would be cool. Something that says, okay, we have this and this amount of. Do we have something like that? Kind of, can we auto refill? No. Something that shows the thrusters are doing this and this amount of thrust. And let me take a look again. I need an indicator, kind of. Thrust override, 170 kilowatts. That's not what I need. This will be a thing for the future, definitely. Taking a look at how much thrust do these things do. I don't know if these 6 would be enough to fire, don't know, 20 tons of rocket up. Not sure. But at least... Oh, it's not connected at the moment. Do I need to reconnect it? Is it connected now? Yes. Oh, did something break? No, this is just not connecting. Good thing. Okay, the hydrogen thrusters work again. I hope the tank gets filled. It gets filled. That was, don't know, 30 seconds or something like that. I think that's a good amount of thrust. Or at least a good burn time that we achieve there. Maybe it's bigger with the other one, but I think for the sake of how nice this thing looks, I will use this one more. Okay, let me see how much weight this ship has now. 31 tons, 32 tons nearly. I'm not sure if that is enough thrust, but we could double up the thrusters, and again I want to use them to kind of slow the ship down shortly above the surface. What I also could do is test out what a big hydrogen thruster would do. From my tests I did in my last season, or in the last, when I still had Station 76, I did a test with one big thruster and and just a few tanks. There it was empty very, very fast. I'm not sure. Let me finish these tanks. That is what we will use. The maximum amount of, I would say. Then we add some more thrusters on the sides. We add some ion thrusters for moving in space, and then some hydrogen. And what I also could do is dropping the thrusters would be not good, because then I wouldn't be able to get back. Just a few ion thrusters to get into space. We will make a straight start upwards, and then we use backwards a lot of backwards firing thrusters, and not too much to the front or to the side. We don't need that. So we could save up on a bit of energy. We will turn around the ship anyways to break in the atmosphere. So if we are able to start with a reasonable amount of speed from the planet here, from the moon here, we also should be able to start or to land on the planet. We could take a look at how fast the ship goes up, kind of. It's hard to see. But 1G is around 10 meters per square second of acceleration, as far as I know. I could be completely wrong here. I'm not a scientist. And if we get it to, take off from the moon with getting to speed to, 20 meters per second in 1 second acceleration, we know that we have that. So we have enough power to land on the planet. We will have to see. Good. What did I do? I need some more of this, hopefully. Large steel. This one is filled. I need steel plates for this. Okay. I should still have that. The oxygen generator is doing its best at the moment. I have the feeling to keep up with the tanks here. It is sad that these indicators don't work. That would be at least better than to have no indicators at all. I will replace this one. The gyroscope will go to the bottom there, and I will replace the line on the side completely with small conveyors. Small conveyors will be the backbone of the ship, basically. So I have the conveyor. I need the gyroscope. Let us say I make a break right now and come back to you not tomorrow, on Wednesday or so, and I will do a bit more work in between episodes, and then we can talk a bit more when I'm done with that work.